Why am I worried about what the world has to say about me? I used to get tags of being a bad parent who did not know how to raise a child. People would find his behavior is equal to bad parenting. Nobody would understand that the behavior is nothing. The repetitive behavior is because there's a neurodiverse child here. There's a child who is badly wired neurologically, and at what his behavior is, he's justified, he's doing the right thing. It was so difficult. The society pressures at times drains you. मॉल में क्यों लाती है अगर संभला नहीं जाता है बच्चे को तो? These were the kind of comments would come. Parties, oh रणवीर is here, रणवीर. बच्चे अपने आप दूर हो जाते थे कि पुश करेगा या भागता रहेगा या किसी का ड्रेस पुल कर देगा. It was so difficult to explain them. It's not bad parenting. These are the developmental behavioral issues which every autistic kid goes through, and how a parent will nip those behavior issues at the right stage is the key to the child's growth.
Yes, so here we are, yet another episode and yet another unstoppable human. Bhaktavar Saini. Welcome to my show, ma'am, and it's such a great honor, pleasure, and what should I say, like a huge serendipity for me to have you here.
Not at all.
Always been a great follower of your work, follower of your philosophy and what you bring to life, the kind of change maker, the kind of change that you are and with which that you're leading the world to. A brief introduction about yourself.
Firstly, thank you, Mamta, for having me on this beautiful show, Unbound with Mamta. I love the name.
Thank you.
And I am Bhaktavar. I proudly call myself as Ranveer's mother. I have 3 beautiful children, and I'm an educationist. I am the deputy chairperson at the Scottish Eye International School in Gurgaon. And but I'm a hands-on mom. That's my introduction.
Totally.
A hands-on mom.
So many kids under you.
Absolutely.
So you
We
got
have
to
some
be.
2,400 beautiful students studying in the school, and like I said, 3 of my own.
Yeah. I would just want to deep dive from the very beginning of your life that when you were setting yourself professionally, orienting yourself and your career, was this always a vision that you wanted to be in education? No. How did you land up then?
I was a complete corporate person,
Okay.
and worked with the Taj Group of Hotels for 12 long years. That was my first job.
Okay.
Got married very early in life. By 20, I was married. And we decided to have our first child at 25. When I was 25, I had my daughter. So around 22, 23, I joined the Taj Group of Hotels.
Okay.
And started with the basic reservation executive at the Taj, and then grew up the ladder.
Wow.
And I love the Tata vision of and the work ethics at the Taj. And I finally put in my papers as a director of sales at the Taj Group of
Oh,
Hotels.
wow. After 12
After
years.
12 long years.
Wow.
And I proudly have that certificate put on the walls
Wow.
of my current office, where Taj gives you a long service award. That is my biggest life's award, to
Yeah.
have that. So I was passionately loving my job and enjoying life till life decided to have a little side turn,
Yeah.
which I don't regret taking that turn.
Yeah. So, when did this move and change really happened? And of course, I'll come to your motherhood journey. But when did this shift of trajectory, totally happen for you? Why education, and how did this chance upon?
So education and motherhood are linked completely in my
Okay,
journey.
okay.
And education was never on the scene. My husband was a naval officer, an Indian naval officer, an ex-NDA. Completely happy in my Fauji world. He was with his Forge and me with the Taj. And
Taj and Forge.
yeah, Taj and Forge, hand in hand, enjoying life, moving ahead. He was doing very well for his career too.
Yeah.
A sure shot admiral, I would say. And we had Parinaz, our oldest daughter, and life was moving fine till we conceived Ranveer, and I had a troubled pregnancy all through.
Okay.
In my 4th month, I developed herpes zoster.
Oh.
So which could have been fatal for my pregnancy, but I had crossed the term to have the pregnancy terminated. So the
Okay.
doctors advised me to go ahead with the pregnancy. So today, if I were to look back and ask myself, What could have caused autism? I do not really have the answer. But there were enough triggers in the environment, enough personal triggers as at my own health. And during his delivery also, I had a vacuum pressure delivery. It was not a very
Okay.
normal delivery.
Okay.
There was a little problem during the delivery. So then things started moving fine. He was a 2000-year-old born baby, and so we were very happy, a complete family,
Yeah.
a girl, a boy, and the two of us. Till 2002, when Ranveer was 1 year, 11 months old, we started noticing certain red flags in his milestones. And that was a cue for parents, and I would urge parents to keep their eyes and ears open when raising a child. It's not, especially working parents who have
Yeah.
only that much time working with the child back home. There were enough red flags which Ranveer pointed out to us, as in he would have repetitive behaviors, he would have poor eye contact,
Okay.
he would have no pointing, no facial gestures, he would pretend to be deaf when you call out his name, he would not be social, he would not be following the normal mama and the papas also in his vocabulary. There was no speech. So there was no imitation, there were no real joyful expressions on his face. So one would, and since I had raised a daughter who was 4 years ahead of Ranveer, I knew what the basic
Yeah.
milestones were. So those were alert signals. So I'm coming back to your question of how education happened. It's a
happened.
long story still
Yeah.
before I reach there.
Yeah.
So I'll have to take you
Take your
through
time.
that journey.
Please take your time.
So only when we noticed these red signals did we go to a pediatric development doctor in his normal pediatrician, and he guided me to go and approach a pediatric neurologist.
Okay. Back
And that's
then.
how we landed up taking an appointment in Bombay, met this organization, and the first thing they did was they gave Ranveer a set of toys to play with, and that concept is called pretend and play.
Pretend and play.
So when Ranveer got a teapot and some kitchen utensils to play along with, he obviously did not nothing made sense to him. So that was enough an indication for the doctors, the team of doctors, to give me a label of life called PDD-NOS. PDD stands for Pervasive Developmental Disorder. NOS stands for Not Otherwise Specified.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was not a very clear label given to me with a question mark. So one left the clinic, and during the same phase of my life, we got our transfer from Bombay to Delhi.
Okay.
So my husband got his transfer. The Forge wanted us to move to Delhi, and we got a diagnosis of a label in our hand, and we were not sure. That was a very tormenting, confusing stage of my life.
Right.
Asking for my own job transfer again was, so there was too many things
Yeah.
involved. So the label took a backseat till we decided as parents to move in with bag and baggage to Delhi.
Yeah.
And within that 1 week of us shifting to Delhi, my daughter was just 4.5, 5 when we shifted, and Ranveer was barely 2. We landed up at a neurologist because we
Okay.
took just 1 week's time to settle our bags. We did not even have a house in Delhi when we shifted. Forge always has issues
Yeah.
of a A-type house, a B-type house, depending on this tenure you have
Ranks
served in
and-
the
yeah,
previous
yeah.
location. So that's how my Taj stepped in and offered me a beautiful house in Vasant Kunj. And we moved into the house there. And the first thing we did was took Ranveer to the neurologist. So when Ranveer reached the neurologist, again, a very well-renowned neurologist in Delhi, and he just took precisely 10 minutes to have a little chat with me, looked at Ranveer, realized there was no eye contact, realized the peculiar symptoms with an autistic kid would, have, and he gave me a label, autism. And I remember completely shocked. By then, I had done my research on the
Yeah.
net. There was no real available resource called, even I did not know what autism was, though we
Yeah.
all belong to educated families, because autism was not known only in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
general
It was
masses.
always mental that, okay,
Yeah,
this
anything,
is something.
nobody knew the different kind
Correct.
of neurological disorders.
Correct.
So as a child, I'd only heard paralysis, which would, where I'd seen my nani go through that paralytic stage, and I would always feel that is a neurological disorder, not knowing that it's a huge
Huge
umbrella.
realm. Yeah, yeah.
So that's how Ranveer was given. And I had a little argument with this doctor. And I said, you are being very ruthless and insensitive. You've not even given time to my son. And you're giving me a life label
Yeah,
like
and you're
that.
judging him or what.
And he said, I have ranting moms like you. I understand what you're going through, but this is your journey. Now handle it.
Is that it?
So initially, I found that to be a completely insensitive comment. But today, when I look back at that doctor, I respect him for giving me a very blatant reply, which shook me. But had he not shaken me, I would have taken years maybe to go into that denial stage and,
Yeah.
kintu, parantu. So he gave me the right jolt at the right time. And for me to come back home and brood over this, no, it can't be happening to me. It can't be with me, my husband, my daughter. How can we have God? How can God be so
Yeah.
ruthless? Do you
Yeah.
go through these denial stages?
Yeah.
This is the time where parents waste a lot of time. There are times where you waste years thinking "Nahin, nothing is wrong. Oh,
Emotional
bachcha hai."
acceptance. No,
Emotional
no,
acceptance
acceptance.
is very difficult for families like us. So I was fortunate that my husband was more practical and sensible. He did not give us enough time to brood. He said, let's start working on the child. I remember there was this New Year's night, 2002, where we held hands, looked at Ranveer, tried to speak with Ranveer, who was just barely, 2.5. And he looked at us, drooling, saliva falling from his mouth, and he did not understand what we were talking to him. And we were angry, we were crying, and we were telling him that we are going to work with you. And we are going to ensure that, you come out of this. So we'll come out of this, that anger burst. I'm glad as a couple we shared that together.
Yeah.
Because normally like I explained you, that crucial years of developmental stage of the child
You
is
lose it
where
out,
parents waste a lot of time into
Yeah.
this denial mode. When you are seeing the red flags, be alert and take it in your stride and start working on the child. So that's how we started working on the child. My job was there. My husband's job was still there. So, that was only this much time in the day I could give my child. My relatives stepped in. My sister-in-law was of great help. Her family was of great help. So great support, logistic support system I was fortunate. And that's how Ranveer's journey began, and no school would take him. That's how I would remember my husband going in his white naval uniform with a braid on his cap and, saluting all the heads of schools and managements of schools, requesting for an admission for my son. And we were shown the door. And it was, I'm talking 20 years
20
ago.
years ago. And this is all
20
Delhi
years.
NCR.
Delhi NCR, top
yeah.
schools of Delhi NCR, and all said no. Because I don't blame them now. When I look at a scenario 20 years ago, where sensitivity, where acceptance, all these were it was a social stigma. To have an autistic child in your house was a social stigma.
More than that, was it also perhaps now that you are on the other side of the fence as an educationist yourself, do you see it to be, they were not capacitated, they were not
True.
equipped?
Absolutely.
That if we do get a child, with those abilities.
They were not equipped 20 years ago.
They're not
and
equipped
I would
now.
Still say a 2-tier or a 3-tier city still lacks those resources, still
Yeah.
lacks those healthcare professionals who can be actually working on this child.
Yeah.
That is the lacuna, I think, which is still existing in today's day and age.
Yeah.
Where healthcare professionals are less and the numbers of autism are, in my times, it was 1 in 500 kids having an autism issue. Today, you'll be shocked at the ratio. In India itself, it's 1 in 68 kids is down with
Oh my
autism.
God.
And in the US, it's 1 in 36 kids is an autistic kid. So almost like a 1.5% of our
Yeah.
population is autistic.
Autistic.
So
And maybe you still had that courage to be out and about with the child and still seeking. And I would assume, 20 years back then, that people would not even want to put these children out there. So they would not
Absolutely.
even come out saying that we want our
that
child
was,
to be.
yes.
Yeah.
I have, Mamta, you have to believe me when I tell you, when I used to take Ranveer from door to door for therapies, I have seen therapists also chain a child on the chair to teach the child how to speak, because, and I don't blame the therapist, maybe her knowledge 20 years ago was only this much, limited to this kind of resources, and according to her, she was right in her job. Because the aggression, the behavior issues which come along with autism are far too much. There are times the parents go under so much of distress if the path is not clear on how to move ahead. And it is still existing for, smaller cities in India.
So you would still say that you had the best of,
No.
at least an access to the best of?
No. 20 years ago, there
No.
was no real access to
Access,
any healthcare
yeah.
professional. There were very few chosen ones and long queues outside their clinics, to get an appointment, to sit for half an hour, understand how this, and that to the parent was always told to be outside.
Outside, yeah.
So, what is transpiring inside. And then pushy mothers like we would want to know, how am I supposed to go back and teach my child what is happening in your
Yeah.
indoor? So that's the time I forced my way into therapies, and I understood what the doctor was working upon on my child, and I
You
realized
yourself underwent therapies? Like
no, when
Yeah.
you see your child go through a speech therapy, there
Yeah.
are certain exercises which the
Okay.
therapist is doing with your child. You start either making notes or start mastering those therapies and go back home and repeat those. This is where parents, I feel, I'm coming back to today's
Yeah.
day and age, parents push their child because in fancier cities like ours, say Delhi NCR, where the resources are now quite established, what parents feel is, oh, my son has ticked his 5 therapies of the day, job is done, he's going to be back on normal behavior. But no, there is a lot more which once the child steps back home after his therapy sessions, parents have to step in, families have to step in. Only then could the intervention be a full circle intervention. It's not only therapists who
Correct.
can be doing
Correct.
it. So coming back to Ranveer, we did not get any school and any admission for him, and a play school finally accepted him. And Kenny Sir was this gentleman's name. Play school was Tender Feet in Vasant Kunj, and they were quite open to telling me that he has an issue. He is not socializing with any child. He has communication issues. He's hardly speaking in the school. So how are we going to teach him the ABCDs and the 1, 2, 3, 4s? So one realized as a mother, one would get very frustrated as to why can't my child be, reciting
Yeah.
the A for apple and the B for ball. So I think us also being very young as a parents
Yeah.
wanted to be very adamant on the academic growth of the child. कि भाई academic ticks तो होनी चाहिए ना. Only then in the journey did I realize, which I'll cover maybe later, as to this, that's not the only way. It has to be, you have to understand your child's limitations, hold his hand and move on with those limitations. So after the play school, he was asked to seek admission in a proper school, and that's when no mainstream school invited us. So finally, my husband and his sister decided to start a school of our own.
Oh.
So the school was conceived, Scottish High was conceived because of Ranveer.
Oh, wow.
you
Wow.
know, and
That's
all-
truly a goosebump moment for me.
Absolutely. It was
Yeah.
conceived with proper compassion in your heart towards
Yeah.
the mission. It was conceived with a helplessness in our hearts, with a fire in our hearts to get Ranveer attain what he's supposed to be attaining in life.
Wow.
He is fully entitled to go through with his disabilities, with his issues, but he has a right to move on in life.
Absolutely.
So that's how the school was conceived.
What a beautiful
That's how I
story.
transformed. And then a year later, I gave up my job at the Taj, and I also joined in. My husband had left the forge and put in his papers.
Wow.
And we started, I joined in and I took my little laptop and a thela, went from one corporate house to the other in Gurgaon, talking about a new venture
New
called
venture.
Scottish High, and informing the corporates that here we have also landed amongst the midst of other schools, and kindly have your kids or your parents who are on a transferable job have their kids admitted to our school. And that's how Scottish High began. And like I said,
Wow.
Ranveer was my first student, and we started the first year with 125 students. And today
Wow.
we are, with God's grace, 2,400.
Beautiful. So many times I feel as a podcaster and as a storyteller, if I may call myself, that the answer lies in just that one question. And there's just the whole journey that lies in it sometimes. So beautiful. But coming back, I mean, just taking a moment back from where we are in our conversation, that all this while there was no blame, there was no question, there was no doubt, there was no, you know, there was no quest to know that why me, why is it happening, how could this, how did you really emotionally, did you give yourself time to emotionally process this whole thing?
Yes, I did pretend to go past the denial stage quickly. As far as my husband was concerned and my family, my daughter was concerned, I had to be the stronger one.
Of course.
And we, like I told you, we were going through a lot of transition in life,
Yeah.
a lot of changes in life, a new job, a new area, a new city altogether. We were Bombayites moving to Delhi. So there were a lot of changes in our lives. So to think about why me, Kintu Parantu, the emotional trauma, I used to have my chats with God, on a one-on-one basis. And I would always tell him that, maybe that time I did not pray properly. So is this the penalization? You have your
Ways to
one-on-one
process, yeah.
talks and the way you process. Maybe I hurt someone. Maybe I had an intercaste marriage. Maybe I had hurt my parents' sentiments. Is this the way? So there were so many ifs and buts between me and my God Almighty. I'm a very religious person, and I believe in something called spirituality, and I know there is a higher power sitting up there
Absolutely.
guiding us all. So I did have my journey of talking with God, and I did go make sure that I took Ranvi then to all the possible pillar and post, seeking for spiritual intervention.
Okay.
So I would take him to any religious gurus, babas, whoever I was shown, a door to. इसके पास जाओ ठीक हो जाएगा. इनके पास जाओ ठीक हो जाएगा. So picking up little Ranveer, running there. नहीं नहीं ठीक हो जाएगा. Convincing my educated husband, who would always tell me, work on your child, stop running around. I would say, no, give me one last chance. Maybe यहाँ hope है. So fighting all the odds, I would reach all the, they may be very divine and good in
Blessed
their own
and
way,
yeah.
but I did not find any joy. Every time I would reach a place, I would be told that maybe आप ये पहना दो, आप वो पहना दो, आप ये टोटका करो, बस कल बोलना शुरू कर देगा. आप ये यज्ञ करो घर में, and I would organize the yagya and I get glares from my husband, there you go again. Organize the yagya and I would be told that देखो अब भगवान जी निकलेंगे फायर से और अभी आप अब ये सोना दान करो, चांदी दान करो, and then the monetary part would come in, which I was not told earlier. आप 4-4 लाख की फ्रेम्स लगा दो साईं बाबा की अपने कमरे में तो ही ठीक होगा. तो ऐसे नहीं, मेरे पास भी एक फ्रेम है, मैं अपनी फ्रेम लगाऊंगी. नहीं यहाँ से ही खरीदनी है. So then I realized as an educated woman, I was getting into that trap of,
Yeah.
how much you have to draw a line between
Yeah.
blind faith and the reality.
Yeah.
So that's when I decided that maybe he is God's gift to me. Maybe it's God's gift, and why am I questioning God for the gift he has given me? Let me see and explore this gift. Let me see. I'm sure he has not given me, he is the creator of the universe. I'm sure he has his plans for it.
He has a plan, yeah.
And, there were times, Mamta, where I would pray non-stop, please let Ranveer and me die together in an accident. Please let us. As a mother, I was so cruel in making this prayer. Today, if I were to look back at that prayer, I would still say that, yeah, there is a fear looming in parents like us always as to what happens to our child after
you're gone. Yeah.
So that prayer was very genuine and very from the heart to God, that maybe, I'm the only, felt myself to be responsible solely for
Guilty.
Ranveer's
Yeah.
well-being on this earth.
Yeah.
But over the time, and as time is passing by, I have seen supportive team members. Everyone wants to work. So the society is willing to work. And there has to be this fear will still loom into my, it's in the back of my mind somewhere.
Once
what
a parent,
happens.
always a parent.
But I want Ranveer, I don't have time. I have to make Ranveer independent before I go. I have to make him so dependent, not so dependent on anyone except himself. He has to live independently. So when that thought comes in the mind of a mother, I think God gives has gifted a mother so much of strength and power
Yeah.
that ideas start coming in from everywhere
Yeah.
on how to make your child, irrespective of his ability or disability, an independent boy, an independent adult. At times, being very ruthless, pushing him into situations where he emerges out with a solution rather than, just understanding his need and keep giving him whatever he wants without him even asking me.
Yeah. I just like to take a little pause here and also understand that. So when that shift happened, and obviously you didn't have, it's like your synapses. You have to move to next because it's happening. Have you become too much of an objective parent in this pursuit? Or are you emotionally as much there?
I would say I have become more of an authoritative parent. Parenting has to be authoritative when I feel raising a disabled child is concerned. And that flow, normally the way I talk, maybe the way, because with Ranveer, I started speaking precisely with few instructions, very clear in my instructions, maybe at times very, very loud in the way I talk. It sounds very authoritative because I had to imbibe discipline. Now, the same discipline, I think I did injustice to my other two kids who were also growing and who also needed me. More of my time went into raising Ranveer. These two beautifully held my hand, needing me, but decided to take a back seat because the family's focus was Ranveer. So Parinaz and my younger fellow who's 16, Ran Vijay, decided that, maybe mom आप हमेशा ऐसे गुस्से से क्यों बोलती हो? Mom आप हमेशा ऐसे sternly क्यों बोलती हो? Is what I try to explain them that maybe my parenting has turned out to be a very authoritative parenting because that's how I felt Ranveer was showing me good results. So that's how maybe I just changed myself into being from a fun-loving girl, from a fun-loving woman who used to be very happy, making jokes, cracking jokes, to being a more serious, more on-the-job mom. Here I'm here for a mission and I jolly well finished that mission. So that's how I think I changed myself. And at times I do feel bad that my kids do miss that fun element in their mom. But with Ranveer, I do have my share of laughing and jokes also. Sarcasm, they don't understand. They don't understand your, silly jokes. So my way of joking with Ranveer is so much different than my way of joking with Parinaz or Ranvijay. And they know that I joke also in haste, maybe, that come back, let's focus on Ranveer. So, I think somewhere, deep down, I do feel bad. I do feel bad.
Or maybe a little incomplete as a human, that okay, maybe this is just too much of a task and a job and a objective that I've given to me to fulfill in life, and these parts of me I'm just leaving behind because I'm just too driven to achieve this.
Incomplete as a mom, I would say.
Yeah.
Incomplete at times as a wife too, because the focus was always Ranveer. Vacations were planned based on Ranveer's golf. Vacations were planned were initially Pizza Hut hai, McDonald's hai, KFC hai, उस जगह पे ही जाना है. नहीं तो कोई बीचेस पे नहीं जाना है, मुझे रणवीर को कैसे खिलाएंगे, क्या करेंगे. So the whole outing was only Ranveer centric. So life does have these enormous sacrifices, which I think even the kids do, the family does. And but the best part is, Mamta, when you see Ranveer delivering the results after investing that kind of hard work, he's resilient. He is enjoying, he's delivering those results. He's understanding that the whole family is working towards him.
Is he understanding?
I think somewhere they do. Somewhere eventually they do. It's a myth that they don't understand emotions. I've always said Ranveer is the first guy who knows his mom is unhappy today or has not had a good day. So how can you make a statement based on the, theories written in autism that these kids lack emotions? No. As I have grown with Ranveer myself as a mom, Ranveer is a very emotional kid who understands pain before anyone else can. So,
some instances that you'd like to share?
Some instances means even if I've had a rough day at work, an expression, a change of expression on my face, or Mom, why are you sad? He comes and tells me, Mom, why are you sad? So the moment I look at him, I pretend to be, no, 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 I'm not sad. And oh, I'm just tired, having a headache. So when I say I'm having a headache, he starts pressing my head, So that kind of sensitivity is there in these kids. They're the purest souls. And like I told you, I was always asking God, what gift have you given me? He's given me the purest soul of a child. What more can a mother ask? I would always want Ranveer and my other two kids as my kids, all my births.
You, as a parent, as a mother, you do think that you know him all, or you're still exploring?
Oh, I'm still exploring. I am still exploring. Autism is such a beautiful topic. Initially, I would be dreading autism, but with each day, I discover a new Ranveer. They have either some saving skills in them, some genius streaks in them. They may turn out to be very introvert and very peculiar and odd as a human being.
So those are all our learnt behaviors and, understood, sort of comprehended ways. That's something we have done to design it, I think.
But I am discovering a new Ranveer every
Every
day. If I were to give you a latest example of us sitting together and somebody playing, I had a love story tune as my ringing tone. Love story movie, the English Bollywood movie. And yesterday when I reached home, Ranveer knows he enjoys music.
So he's
He
learned the
played
notes.
me the love story notes. And for me to see your child play that, and I love that. So to please me, he learned. It pleased himself also. And the way he performed the whole thing. So each day when you reach home, you're not even expecting this thing to happen, and here you are. A boy has learned how to play the love story, and we call him an abnormal child. Ask me to play a single key on the piano, I will be baffled. I would not know what to do.
Yeah.
And a kid who's performing flawlessly on the piano, how can you call him abnormal? So each day is a beautiful discovery. They have amazing strengths of smell. Their sensory issues are far too many.
Yeah.
So they could be hypersensitive, hyposensitive. Ranveer has a very great sense of smell. So if you're passing by the airport, and if the mom also is wearing the same Gucci perfume, and if there is a Gucci, he will say, that's the perfume you're wearing. So these kind of things does not exist. I find them to be very interesting.
Very
I find them
superhuman.
superhuman. That's
As a family, I just like to move the conversation to that aspect. We're talking inclusion, we talk neurodiversity. As a family, you've been able to moderate it, create that balance, or there are spurts that one member maybe is in acceptance and one member may still be in a denial and somebody is somewhere else. How do you sync it all up?
I think I did not give my family a choice. Like I told you, when we thought of expanding our family, we were very happy, like I told you, a daughter and a son. And till I was 37, when I conceived Ranveer, I was 29. So when I was 37, this thought came in that before, my biological clock is still ticking. So let me plan another baby. Let me plan another sibling support for Ranveer. Because somewhere I felt, that more sibling support, apne bacche honge, to Ranveer will be more. I was always fear what happens after I go. So this was also part of my planning. And you would call that whatever, but this is a super hyper mom who always thinks she's going down
Next
tomorrow.
moment.
She's out of this world tomorrow. So I have no time, like I tell you. I have to prepare my children. So I wanted to conceive. And people did scare me. Science books did scare me. The medical world did tell me that once a child is autistic, there is 25% of the next child also having neurological issues. And this was a big risk. And what we were going through, the journey of his behavior issues, where we would be drained off by the time we would hit the bed. I decided, no, let's go ahead. And my husband was super supportive. He told me, agar Bhagwan ki yahi ichha hui, so then let's take the whole family and migrate to some mountain and stay there forever. Let's do that. Let's leave the materialistic world and just move out and stay somewhere. So I found solace in his words and I said, okay, I'm game. And that's how Ranvijay was planned. And imagine, Mamta, the fear again of raising a child who has just been born
Yeah.
and watching the child each day with a jaundiced eye. कोई red flag तो नहीं आ रहा है, कोई red
Yeah.
flag तो नहीं आ रहा है. That fear which crept into me for 4 years, till I found Ranvijay, meeting his milestones, speaking his, his language was fully developed, and there was some walking issues. I would get super concerned, but God has been very kind, and God has His own ways. So we are a family of 5, and I did not give them a choice. I always would say you cannot choose your family. You can choose your friends.
True.
At times, you can even choose your relatives, and you can
Yeah.
keep them at a distance.
Yeah.
You cannot choose your relatives also, but you can keep them at a distance. But family is such a strong bond that there is no two ways about it. We have to, the 5 of us have to live together, come what may. So I remember when my daughter she is a great kid where academics is concerned, an all-rounder. And she scored the highest in Delhi NCR. Her name featured in the Times of India. And she did a presentation to me after her 12th as to why she's fully eligible for studying abroad.
Okay.
With her 98.7%, why would a kid not go abroad and study and finish her undergrad? But the selfish mom in me had other plans. I was very clear that Parinaz at a tender age of 15 or 16, if she were to go abroad, how am I going to build that rapport? How am I going to make her understand? Because those are crucial maturity,
Years,
ages and
yeah.
years where Ranveer will be bonding with his sister. So I did put my foot down at that moment. She may have thought, that this is not done.
Tough
and
decisions.
today,
Yeah.
she's 28, and when she and I have a woman to woman talk, she tells me that was the best decision maybe you made. So maybe she did resent me at that moment
Yeah.
of time.
Yeah.
And she finished her undergrad with LSR. And she did have those beautiful years of bonding with Ranveer. But Mamta, today a stage has come where she's a second mom to Ranveer. They bond so beautifully that it is Parinaz he calls if he's in any kind of problem, or he needs help, or he needs any kind of opinions, or he's upset with me. The first person to call is Pari. So that's how Parinaz today maybe understands that maybe my decision was right. And yeah, her for masters, 100% she went to London Business
Yeah.
School. I did keep our promise of sending her. And she's still working in London. She's with the Unilever working there. But today, the bond which they have
Yeah.
is unstoppable.
Yeah.
And that's how Ranvijay has been raised. Initial years, they do have those social awkwardness when their
Yes.
friends are coming in and
Yes.
watching a little oddly behaved brother, older brother. But then by then, Ranveer had already made a mark for himself. People knew Parinaz and Ranveer as Ranvijay as Ranveer's siblings. Oh, you guys are Ranveer's siblings. Because that kid did what my 7 generations maybe will not be able to do.
Yeah, moving the story to him. Tell us. Of course, it's all about Ranveer, but how did that whole journey of even figuring out his own talents and his, capabilities, that he can outshine, he can, be this next wonder. How did that happen? And where did you play that role? And how did it naturally also unveil for you that, okay, this is the right thing for him to move and pursue?
So whenever I say I always request everyone to understand it was a family. I means
of
us.
course. Yeah, all
And
of you.
I think in this particular case, my husband had the vision of introducing a sports in this kid's life. Because these kids lack communication skills, but majorly lack social skills. They don't have friends.
Yeah.
So as a mother, I remember organizing play dates, walking up to mums and saying, please आपके बच्चे को आधा घंटा भेज दो घर, let him just play. And they would hesitate,
Yeah.
Scared of maybe an aggressive Ranveer might
Yeah, yeah.
hit their kid, or
Yeah.
maybe the myth is autism contagious?
Oh.
शायद हमारे बच्चे को ना हो जाए, इसकी संगत में रह
What
के.
are you saying?
So I'm talking about that. I've gone through those societal pressures where people felt autism could be, a contagious.
Contagious.
It could be, can autism be a transferable disease? How do I explain such people? People would say they would only relate neurological disorder to being a pagal hai. इनके घर में ना कोई पागल बच्चा है, इनके घर में कोई mental बच्चा है. So, but today's youth is super sensitive. Today's society has become more acceptable,
Yeah.
maybe because the awareness has
Yes.
increased multifold.
Yes.
And
I think parents like yourself who have made that effort to do that work. So mostly the families still, I mean, a lot of them, the conversation would be, let's just leave it. ये इसकी अपनी डेस्टिनी है.
नहीं.
हमने तो इस पे कुछ हमारी तो इसमें कोई चॉइस नहीं है, हम इसमें कुछ कर नहीं सकते, या हम इतना ही कर सकते हैं. किसी के पास जेन्युइनली लैक ऑफ रिसोर्सेज हो सकते हैं, किसी के पास जेन्युइनली लैक ऑफ इंटरेस्ट भी हो सकता है कि यार मैं अपना ज़िंदगी अब इस चीज़ पे तो नहीं लगा
yes,
सकती हूँ.
Mamta, I've seen a lot of houses,
Yeah.
homes getting broken up, where the
Yeah.
husband feels that it's too much of a pressure to handle,
to
or the
handle.
mother also.
Yeah.
So broken homes, yes, come in the part of this journey. And societal pressure at times bogs you down. You're more
Yeah.
trying to prove to the society, नहीं ये problem नहीं है, ये थोड़ा behavior problem.
Yeah.
You're justifying your
Yeah.
child's behavior to the society.
Yeah.
Is where I realize I'm wasting my time.
Yeah.
The society, no one comes back home to help me when I'm in my therapy sessions with my
Exactly.
child. So why am I worried about what the world has to say about me? I used to get tags of being a bad parent who did not know how to raise a child. People would find his behavior is equal to bad parenting. Nobody would understand that the behavior is nothing. The repetitive behavior is because there's a neurodiverse child here. There's a child who is badly wired neurologically. And at what his behavior is, he's justified, he's doing the right thing. So it was so difficult. The society pressures at times drains you.
Yeah, and I think even more so as a mother, because the needle is always on you as a mother.
मॉल में क्यों लाती है अगर संभला नहीं जाता है बच्चे को तो. These were the kind of comments, would come. Parties, oh, रणवीर is here, रणवीर. बच्चे अपने आप दूर हो जाते थे कि पुश करेगा या भागता रहेगा या किसी का ड्रेस पुल कर देगा. It was so difficult to explain them. It's not bad parenting. These are the developmental behavioral issues which every autistic kid goes through, and how a parent will nip those behavior issues at the right stage is the key to the child's growth. This is it's so beautifully placed now. No, I have seen this. It's a tested formula. Intervention is the only way out of autism. And the more Ranveer still has bad days. He's 24. He's an adult now. Like today, he cancelled his one particular class because he had. See how they correlate. His neurological wiring tells him to think, because his fitness teacher had told him not to have a coffee, a particular coffee, mocha coffee. He last night went to Starbucks, had a mocha. So he feels he has let his teacher down. So he, because of that stress, has developed a headache, and his whole day is ruined because he thinks he has upset his teacher. So
Again, hypersensitivity.
Hypersensitivity. Now his day is ruined, so it reflects on how our day is going to start off with.
Yeah.
So the whole house works towards streamlining his behavior.
This is exhausting.
It is mentally and physically. And with age catching up, Mamta, it becomes more exhausting. At times you feel, karne de yaar, jo karna hai karne de. But then you suddenly tell yourself, no. This is not why I have come so far. He has to be brought back to the path. And that's when again so I think the being very conscientious of our effort and the mission. Mission is Ranveer to be independent. Ranveer to be well-behaved. Ranveer to be mingling around. Well-behaved, when I said, is not the good or the bad. His own thought processes have to be structured.
Yeah. So that he can live peacefully, happily, in a more moderated way, etc.
Preempting his moves and informing my caretakers, my servants, how to work with him. So everyone now knows if Ranveer's behavior is preempted कि ये आवाज़ मत करो. एक particular houseboy है जो बहुत जोर से बात करता है, is upsetting Ranveer when he's eating dinner. So he has been told कि भैया ये is this relates to
sensitizing
this.
everyone, sensitizing
So
the
sensitizing
environment. Tell me something. How far has he come in his journey? Not from a judgment point of view, but just to understand that how is he growing as a person persona? Has he started looking at himself as an individual, like looking out for his needs, for what he likes, he doesn't, like you said about coffee instance? Is he able to evaluate this? These are my emotions, these are my judgments, because let alone talk about somebody who perhaps has this neuro wiring which is so different for us, even as commoners, even as someone said unsaid normal, sometimes we don't know what's happening with us.
Yes.
So many times we don't know why we are behaving the way we behave. Why is there guilt creeping in? Why is there, emotional overwhelm? So how do you see him then in that case? And how do you evaluate that, okay, is he really progressing in this journey? Does he need more support, or do I sometimes need more support? How does that whole thing play out?
See, evaluation is on a daily basis. You have to evaluate his performance and see the results he has given in based on your therapies and his worksheets. He's a very good visual learner.
Okay.
So even at 24, I sit down with a worksheet and work with him on a worksheet. Worksheet as in I put in a question. When today Ranveer had a bad day, so what is the appropriate behavior at the golf course? So he writes, if he was planning to scream or if he was planning to rant out, he'll write, no, screaming is not allowed. Bad behavior is not allowed. So the academic fever which I had, my kid needs to have the academic growth, fizzled off with time. When I realized in my own school also, there was a individual evaluation plan made for children with special needs. They do not follow the normal curriculum. They have a modified curriculum to
because
follow.
that's not a fair judgment at all.
Absolutely. And each child, like I said, is different than the other, even if they are on the spectrum. So you
Correct.
cannot say his brain is wired the same way as him because they both are autistic. No, each of them are different. So each of the curriculums are different.
Totally.
So Ranveer's individual evaluation plan was seriously taken by the family. We would have daily meetings, then weekly meetings with the therapist. So we would follow a path of his progress. And if the therapist gives us work, we as parents would ensure that the work is done. There's a daily diary, and I have, I think, 100 diaries by now, which shared between me and the therapist of what his behavior was back home. So the diary would be noted down, and we would carry that diary to the school. His therapist would read and know how to plan his next day, depending on the mood and the feedback given by the parents.
Really?
So that kind of exhaustive
Very.
effort has to come in. And so he would, to ensure that he has a peaceful day the next day. So initially, to teach him all day living skills was a big task. It would come to my mind, how am I going to teach Ranveer that his nails have grown and he needs to cut them? They are very different in their way they process things. So how am I going to teach him this simple concept? A normal Ranvijay, I would not even bother. Nail bar gaya, kaat do. But for me to teach Ranveer and then to be cautious with the nail cutter,
Yeah.
these were again broken down into steps to teach him one small act of nail cutting. There were 100 worksheets which we did.
How? Just give me an example.
I would paste pictures. I would paste pictures of real life objects, the nail cutter. This is, if you show him YouTube videos. In my years, there were no resources of YouTube videos. I show him YouTube videos, how small processes are broken down. So I remember teaching Ranveer how to have a bath twice a day. I remember telling Ranveer that in case you need to, have your shirt open, and remove your shirt. Today, Ranvijay comes, removes his t-shirt, throws it on his bed, and it's considered to be normal. But the fear in me that if my Ranveer would be doing that in a public place, because he doesn't understand the difference.
is
If a shirt needs to be unbuttoned and flung on a bed, he would probably process it that it can be unbuttoned even in a marketplace. So how does one teach him those steps? Is through videos, and then to teach him it has to be done only in a private place.
space, yeah.
It has to be done in your bathroom with your door closed. So these were stages, you know, which took a lot of time, all day living skills to master, and I still have a long way to go, you know. But tying his shoelace, have those shoe models get in, you know, where your laces can be tied, teaching him how to make tea for himself. Why would he be dependent on people to even make a cup of coffee for himself? So YouTube videos, he would be scared of fire.
Yeah,
Then induction
yeah.
came as a blessing in my
Yeah.
life. But still, he would be scared of the
To
pan being hot.
hot, yeah.
So each step would take months to teach him that skill. It was not easy. It was not easy. It looks very simple. Today, I get calls from parents after seeing his social media handles of Ranveer talking independently. क्या किया? बस just बता दो क्या किया. There was no क्या किया, you know. It was a long struggle and there is still a long journey. ऐसे नहीं ओवरनाइट कुछ हो गया कि मैंने कुछ रणवीर को खिला दिया एंड रणवीर एज एन ऑटिस्टिक किड स्टार्टेड प्लेइंग गोल्फ बिकमिंग अ वर्ल्ड चैंपियन गेटिंग अवार्ड्स नो that kid has struggled. That kid, I give full marks to Ranveer for always delivering when I pushed him to deliver. At 4 years, 5 years, when other kids would have their afternoon naps, this kid was going through his therapy after therapy after therapy. So how can I not appreciate his efforts? And how can I not tell myself, Bucks, put in more efforts because you have to work because he's delivering. Results will come. It's a patience game. Completely a game of patience. How you work with your child and how gradually they will start delivering the results.
How do you see yourself in this journey?
I see myself as a completely satisfied mom because, like I said, I'm blessed that he has started understanding and appreciating our efforts and understanding and the depth of, at times I tell him, you know, Mamta, I had to introduce death to him. Now, forget birth, how do I introduce death to him, which is always the biggest fear in my mind. He lost his dada recently and very close to his dada. In Feb 24, he lost his dada. And I remember it was, he saw his dada in the house, you know, and the rites were happening. And I took the bold step of taking him to the cremation ground after consulting his therapist. I said, it's time now. He's 24. I need to introduce death to him. So he was zapped. He was silent after the cremation was over. For a few days, I found a very different Ranveer.
Yeah.
A scared Ranveer because he saw the pyre being lit.
Yeah.
And it was difficult for me to explain him. So I again I made a story on where is Dada gone. So, you know, लगता है एक बहुत आसान चीज़ है.
Not at all.
So to teach him that Dada has gone to Bhagwanji's house, to teach him that Dada was lying, he was very sick. He told my mama that now time आ गया, मुझे जाने दो भगवान जी के घर. So Dada's soul has come out and Dada has gone knocking at the clouds. Bhagwanji has opened the door and he's in. Now he's most happy. So it took me a lot of time to explain him that you know, everyone has to go. So I started preparing Ranveer even now that, you know, there is a day when your mother will also leave. So at times when he's not understanding or when he's not cooperating in the daily chores, I yell back at him, क्या करेगा मम्मा चली जाएगी फिर कौन help करेगी तेरे? So he looks at me and says, I will WhatsApp you. So that again shook me, Mamta. That year I am dealing with a 24-year-old boy whose mental age maybe a growing child's age, who's conveniently telling me and so innocently telling me that I'm going to WhatsApp my dead mom that, yeah, I have a problem, help me. So again, this was a ticker in my mind that no, you know, this is, so these kind of, you know, which normal journey mein, when a normal child is being raised, nahi aate ye issues. Ye koi पूछता भी नहीं है. These kind of intricacies कोई जाता भी नहीं है. But families like us have to make these as the pivot, you know, issues of our life and deal with these issues first.
Yeah. But the way that I see here and I'm imbibing everything that you are putting out is also that it kind of makes you look at life very differently.
Yeah.
Very closely, very minutely, every intricacy and detail of it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Makes you a better human, beautiful human,
I would say
sensitive human.
sensitive human, yes. Who when yes, sensitivity is, I think, embedded now in me and my family.
Yeah. That before you even open your mouth,
Yeah.
you like
Non-judgmental humans, because
Yeah.
who are we to judge anyone?
anyone, and you're like, I don't know how this can actually be taken. It can be taken in any way, and this can have a lingering impact or a effect on the other soul. So that in itself is a gift.
Yeah.
That it kind of makes you
Ranveer has made us all
so much
so much better.
Better.
We have become better human beings. There are times when there was an incident which I must tell you. There was a guest who came suddenly at home, and I did not want to meet that guest. There are days when you want to just be at home. And I told Ranveer, and Ranveer was the only child at home that time. I said, go and tell him, Mama is not home. No, Mama is home. Now that sunk into me. This kid does not know how to lie. An innocent
There's
lie
no
also. There is no
concept
concept
of
of lies. So when I laugh at with my husband at times, that God has given us such a beautiful child who does not know how to manipulate, who cannot lie, who doesn't understand these words called jealousy, or he doesn't even have pride. When he was given the gold medal or the president's
Yeah.
award, he comes
Yeah.
home and he just leads a normal life.
Yeah.
We ask him कि कोई gift ले ले. So his first gold medal gift was a KFC burger. That kind of pure innocence, getting a gold medal for the country and telling your parents,
Get
buy me
me
a
a
KFC
KFC
burger,
burger.
was such an eye opener. That, we are blessed to have Ranveer in our life. I would always tell parents, this is nothing to do with socio-economic strata. This is nothing to do with how rich or how poor you are. It depends on your personal connect with your child. How much time and energy are you planning to spend on the child, or just easily give up? Or
It's
just
easy to
easily.
give up.
It's very easy to give up. Very easy to say, मेरी सुनता नहीं है, मेरे से नहीं होता है, बस. And I would urge parents to work as a team. It can't be only moms who are supposed to be doing this job.
Totally.
No.
Totally.
It has to be a team effort. It has to
Yeah.
be siblings, grandparents, relatives, all have to step in, to help this family. And that's the right path to go
Yeah,
on.
we commonly say that it takes a village to raise a child.
Absolutely.
And what can we say about when there are special attentions and needs that are required to be, that, I mean, just kudos and hats off is what we can say looking at it today, but such a beautiful journey. So if you would like to invite someone who is an unstoppable human, or would just want to have a conversation with me, write to me at unboundwithmamta@gmail.com. That is unboundwithmamtaa@gmail.com. You can also follow my Instagram @Mamta Podcaster. That is MAMTAA Podcaster. Coming to again your unbounding on this episode, what is that one thing again which sort of totally alters you, transforms you? Something, maybe you're in a bad mood. I can definitely see that there is many shades and aspects of Ranveer and Ranveer's life which will keep influencing you. But otherwise, have you made some mechanisms for yourself that, oh, I'm down and out and depressed and not up to things today, and let me do this because this always brings me joy or elevates my mood or my soul? Or
So spending time with, as you raise a disabled child in the family, you realize at times you miss out on those beautiful moments with your partner also, or with your other kids also. So those are times I try to catch up, maybe over a game of golf with my husband. So I try not to wriggle out of weekend games, because that's the only time we as a couple would want to go and play a game and just unwind. So these are times when, thankfully, we share the same workplace, but workplace also is a workplace.
a workplace, totally.
So again, if I'm going on a vacation now, I try and divert my priorities to my, taking my younger fellow for a lunch date. I try once in a week to just sneak out with him on a lunch date where he talks about what's happening in his life, to catch up on what's happening in his life, because 16-year-old, he has his own ups and downs.
Totally.
To catch up with my daughter, make sure I give her a call, lest she sends me a message, Mom, it's been 3 days you've not spoken to me, and then it's, hits you that, oh. So I do try and be the all-rounder, and try and be the. But I'm a human, and all of us fall
Yeah.
and slip.
Yeah. Any which way that you're taking care of your own emotional mental health at this point in time, do you also regularly seek counseling support externally to just maintain your balance and maintain your, in this whole demanding way that
Ideal
the things-
situation,
Yeah.
ideal situation would be to seek,
Yeah.
a counseling session maybe once a
Once a
while.
while,
But
yeah.
honestly, no, I have not been doing any of that. If I need to talk, my husband is my punching bag, and my daughter is my punching bag. I call out to her and rant out. She says, "Mom, you have had a bad day. Just let it out of your system." And the moment I let it out, I feel good. So there are
Better.
days, but I have support system within the family, which I would rather, again, that thing, bahar jaake time nahi waste karna hai. Might as well just work on the child and keep moving on with whatever God has given you.
Yeah, yeah. Your most precious moment with all three of your children, independently, together, howsoever you would want to tell us a little about that?
Are my vacations, we make sure
Yeah.
that we have an annual vacation where my daughter also flies in, and we make I am very, very a homebody, so I always insist on family vacations. We may fight on vacations, we may scream at each other, we may do our shopping, we may eat together, but that time together is very important in today's day and age. I think we must make that time out for. So those moments are the most precious moments. I get super excited with the thought of embarking on that vacation where the five of us with nobody around except the five of us. फिर जो मर्जी करो, but mental मुझे satisfaction है कि साथ में गए
Everyone's
हैं.
together.
Those are the
Yeah.
most precious moments for me.
Yeah, yeah. Some of your maybe biggest inspiration, people that you have looked up to, or they could be people living or not alive. Anyone that you have personally taken a lot of inspiration from, anybody's life?
I drew a lot of hope and comfort from my father-in-law. I was very close to him. He would always guide me. He was a very educated, learned man, a PhD gold medalist in
Wow.
those years.
Wow.
So he would always guide me and tell me that, don't just keep working on Ranveer and write. He's inspired me to write a book on parenting Ranveer. So that is an unfulfilled dream of his still, which I'm working upon. And so I draw a lot of inspiration from him because he was one of those dad-in-laws with a, intercaste marriage to still, and incidentally, his name also is Bakhtawar.
Oh,
So
wow.
he was Bakhtawar Singh Saini and I'm Bakhtawar Saini here. So I draw a lot of love and joy from him. And I have a super supportive, touchwood life partner. So at times when I feel let down or I feel, that I'm not in the best of moods, again, like I said, homebodies. So I prefer contacting my family members only. And I draw all my inspiration from my daughter, my younger fellow. I got so inspired by him because, emotionally at times when you don't look after yourself, had literally I'd reached 100 kilos, almost 99 kilos.
Okay.
And me and my younger son during the COVID times, just not bothered and, only exhausted every day working at home. So I drew inspiration from that 16-year-old. He went on his weight loss journey and he lost 35 kilos. And today he is a slim and trim 62 kilo boy doing boxing and gymming. And so if he could do it, I said I can also do it. And in that, I've lost 22 kilos and I'm still working
Wow.
on losing more.
Amazing.
So inspirations अंदर से ही मिल जाते हैं and
It's the
अपने
way
आप
just
ही.
you look
Just
at
the way you look at it.
things.
Yeah, that's the right
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Just the way you look at it.
Totally. And some of your guilt pleasures?
My guilt pleasures would be if I'm on a diet and not having any exercise.
Yeah.
I would love to have a day where I can just chill and be in bed.
Yeah.
And eat a lot of. I'm a Parsi, a born and brought up.
Yeah.
I'm a Parsi by birth, so we eat a lot of bread, which is forbidden. So I would love to
Yeah.
eat my pav.
Pav. And I've got some vada pavs. Yeah. Any particular author, book that's always like a... Or
I have been reading Guru Gopal Das.
Guru Gopal Das. Okay.
And I love Sadhguru also.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, I love Sai Baba. So these are, I follow Guruji also.
Okay.
Not very much into Guruji, but he is a part of my life.
Yeah. And any kind of influence, somebody who has been a very positive influence in your life, out of maybe any of these spiritualists or babas or gurus or someone else from the lineage, anyone who has, of course, you spoke about your father-in-law. From an inspiring point of view, but anyone who has been an influence in your decision makings also in life.
Mamta, like I said, if you ask me, I'm such a private person that I have really not looked out for seeking inspiration from the outside world. Yeah, there are some, I have my choice of good leaders or good politicians or good spiritual gurus. But I draw inspiration from Ranveer. He's a guy whom I think the whole family draws inspiration from. That if he has achieved what he has with all his disability, what are we complaining? You jolly well work and do something in life.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
Yeah. Coming to the part of your work in education, of course, Ranveer became the reason and the purpose. But how are you seeing this journey now? More than over 2 decades, right?
Absolutely.
And what is that you would want to even say to the world and parents and everyone out there? Like, what is the call out for them, especially when we talk inclusion and neurodiversity?
I think inclusion and neurodiversity, a message for every parent is that let your child be at his own pace, grow at his own pace, understand the child's limitations, and only look at the abilities and disregard the disabilities. I feel focusing on the ability and allowing your child to flourish and grow and giving your child the wings to fly is the call of the day.
Is the call of the day. And as a society, collectively, and even at a very individual level, what is that each one of us can really do? Sometimes we feel that ये तो उसकी problem है, ये तो let them deal with it. Yeah, हम क्या ही कर सकते हैं इसमें? ये तो family की अपनी choices होती हैं.
That's true.
What would you like to?
This society, like I said, today has become super sensitive. I have empathy being shown rather than sympathy, which is so much important for families like us. We don't want sympathy.
Totally.
We don't want any sympathy. We don't want even a helping hand that you come and help me with my therapies. But be a part of our journey. Embrace us as a family.
Yeah.
Along with our disability.
Yeah.
Who are you as society member to disregard us and not giving us the right to live and be included in this strata of society? I feel the society, if you ask for help, the society gives you help.
Yeah.
It's what I have learned over my journey. And I request parents who are in a similar situation like mine is not to shy away from this society. Brandish your child. Come out in the open. Talk about your child to the society. And they will offer you a helping hand.
Yeah.
They will make you a part. They will make sure that even if Ranveer is sitting in the audience and wanting to get up and suddenly leave, they would not mind it because they understand that he's having his own neuro journey.
Yeah, totally. And I think let's not even call it such a broader term as society.
Exactly.
You and me are society.
Exactly.
We are the fabric and we are the creator and we are the ones in it. So if each one of us can just start playing that role independently, collectively,
Absolutely.
we will
Life will be so much beautiful and simpler.
Transform as a society. Great. Movies, shows, OTT, what is that your consumption mechanism? What kind of content you like?
Oh, Netflix?
Yeah, you do?
Netflix, yes, and a couple of shows. And my Ranveer is the DJ of the family. So when we are on outings or when we are on road drives and trips, you will be like, each day is like a discovery into autism. He pulls out the best of Bollywood and Hollywood numbers and the best of English pop singers and all different genres of music. Ranveer has it at the top of his. You know.
Do you think he's a bit of an intuitive in that way?
Yes, he has something called the perfect pitch. He's been gifted by God something called the perfect pitch, where again Lorraine Music Academy absorbed him to make him learn how to play the keyboard, and they notice this beautiful talent in him where Ranveer can just by listening tell you which chord is being played on which musical instrument.
Oh, wow.
And here we are calling this child an autistic abnormal kid. No, he can do far more things than any of us can even think of doing.
Yeah, these are like, I would definitely want to disregard disability. I would say they are so much specially able,
Absolutely.
capable,
Specially
kids.
abled kids. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he loves how to cook. And when he cooks, 1/4 spoon of haldi means 1/4 spoon of haldi, not like us housewives putting half a spoon of haldi thinking it's 1/4. So that kind of precision, and the dishes he churns out, amazing. And so meticulous and so clean.
Clean.
When they finish the cooking, you will not find anything around which is messy. So I would feel autism is I'm discovering it into such a beautiful journey. I'm making it into a beautiful journey.
Yeah.
I'm not allowing myself to be bogged down by the disability load now. I've already stepped out of the disability part long back in my life.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying all the abilities autism is throwing at me.
That's what I said. I mean, your whole perspective of how you look at life, totally it's like you were just looking at it from this spectrum, and all of a sudden it kind of shifts, and you are able to see so much.
Lens of disability to a lens, of ability.
Totally.
Yeah.
So it's a true appreciation of life.
Absolutely.
Being in that mode continuously every day.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Excellent. I mean, I think this is so heartwarming, really.
And like I said, it's a lifelong struggle.
Lifelong.
It is going to be a lifelong journey.
Journey. Yeah. Not even a struggle.
Not a struggle. That's
learning
why I corrected
journey.
myself.
Totally.
Lifelong journey, yes.
Totally.
And I'm going to enjoy autism.
Yeah.
Autism or no autism, life has to go on.
Absolutely. I think life is so much more bigger than just saying कि अच्छा इसको ये tag दे दो, इसको ये tag दे दो. What about the education systems and boards and, a call out to the government, the policy makers? Is there anything that you...
The government has stepped up big time into promoting disability inclusion is the word today.
Yeah.
And everyone is following that.
Yeah.
Government schemes have come up. The government has even issued these kids with a UDID, a unique disability ID card, which has its own perks. So the government is very disability friendly. They've introduced award schemes. There are certain states who have introduced pension schemes for these disabled children. Employment schemes are growing. Yet a long way to go into, making them fully independent. But there's a lot of work being done by the government on promoting an inclusive environment.
Just for education purpose maybe, or just for people to know, are there specific schemes and life insurance policies, etc., that are there any?
Yes, there are. There are a lot of schemes come up by the government. There is a Nirbhaya life insurance medical scheme where if you get a Nirbhaya scheme for your child, he does get a medical allowance. He has to produce that iCard, and depends on the economic strata you are belonging into. And like Ranveer is a Bheem awardee, so Ranveer has been given the Bheem award by the Haryana government, and Ranveer gets a monthly pension because he's a Bheem awardee from the state.
Okay.
So there are a lot of benefits. He gets a free railway pass. He gets a free bus ride in the state of Haryana. So parents again do not want to explore the possibilities and the kind of schemes the government has opened up.
Yeah.
There is a lot of work happening on the
And
disability
in
segment.
case of now, if let's say he chooses to go for any sort of higher education, are there any inclusion policies or schemes where they can, make it to a certain quota, or they have a specific...
I don't think there's
reserved for them or
for
anything?
Intellectual disability.
There isn't
no,
any. Okay.
not that I am aware.
Not even internationally.
No.
Okay.
Internationally, yes, there are certain universities which do accept adults with autism into their setup.
Yeah.
But in the Indian universities,
universities.
I have still not found those doors open.
Okay.
We have yet to, a long way to go, like I
Yeah,
said, but
yeah.
it's a government which is working on inclusion.
Yeah, and you are an equal participant with the government.
Absolutely,
You
absolutely.
do.
We also, as a school,
Yeah.
are committed to inclusion. We are a unified school. We have a unified champion school. We have tied up with Special Olympics Bharat.
Yes.
We have we ensure that inclusion is taught to every student of our school, and we have Special Olympic athletes come and camp up in our school. So the school is volunteering to offer whatever help they can towards this disability sector.
And with regards to the faculty, you do have a separate faculty who caters to the needs of these kids who are
Of course, there
getting
is a whole
educated.
department called SEN department,
Okay.
which works only with children with special abilities.
Okay.
And we also have autism days which are commemorated in the school. We
Okay.
celebrate Autism Day in the school
Okay.
with, exhibiting their abilities rather than focusing on the disability. So every student in the school is proud to have, the kids of that department as their friend, because we have exhibited their abilities, and they
Yeah.
are shocked that, oh wow, these kids can cook, these kids can stitch, these kids can paint. They are geniuses in their own fields.
So many of them may be overachievers in that very
Absolutely.
sense, right?
Overachievers,
So they, but their classrooms are separate. They're
No, it's an
an
integrated setup. So if you have an integrated setup, your shadow teacher does pull you out on a
Okay.
one-on-one training for certain therapies, but there are certain periods where you get to mingle around in the mainstream. You sit in the normal class. In case you need a shadow teacher, she's in the background or he's in the background. But otherwise, the kids are integrated. They sit in mainstream, they play with mainstream, they do all co-curricular activities with mainstream. And yes, they do get pulled out because they also need that one-on-one.
correct. And the other kids, I mean, from the
other-
mainstream,
yes.
are they also sensitized when
That's what I
these
said. The
kids
whole
are
school is super sensitized. Every corner of our school is bombarded with posters on autism, and there are kids. Even the CAS services, which the IB curriculum insist on, the CAS program, where you have these community services by the 11th graders and 12th
Yes,
graders
yes.
to come and work with these students.
Okay, they
That's
take
the
it under
number
their
of hours
projects.
they work with
Yeah.
these. So the project also is enabled in such a way that they're helping these kids with their social skills.
Yeah, that's truly a beautiful environment that you have created.
Absolutely.
To
Very proud of
really
that.
walking the talk and then living by each and every
Absolutely.
principle.
That I'm very
yourself.
proud of every Highlander of my school. Yes. Very, very proudly boast that they are super sensitive and they know the inclusion is a true essence of life.
Life. Wow. Coming to just my unbounding the last leg of the show, which is a
Absolutely,
rapid
Mamta.
fire, rapid reflex round, my personal favorite, and I hope you find it fun too. So this is just a quick volley of questions, like maybe a one line or a one word answer. Are you ready for this, Bhakta?
I'm trying to be excited, yes.
Never have you ever. Just complete this sentence for me.
Never have I missed a flight.
Okay.
I
you
do
want
fear.
to?
I
Do you
do
want
fear,
to?
but I've never missed a flight.
Okay. The most fabulous thing about your marriage.
My best friend is my life partner.
Oh, so sweet. So
We've
sweet.
grown together. It was literally cradle snatching. We got married when I was just 19 and a half, like I told you. So.
Give me the meaning of each of your child's names.
Parinaz is pride of a fairy. Ranveer is victory in life. And Ranvijay is victory in all battles of life.
Wow. If not an educationist and a mom on purpose, you would be?
I would be a doctor.
Oh.
I'm a self-made doctor. I've learned. I love reading, and I love to read on medicines. And though my family doctor would beat me up, but
Really?
yeah, I would.
That's
I'm a
interesting.
self-made doctor. I love medicine.
That's very interesting. One author that's your most favorite, or you have the most?
I think I've read the complete collection of Sidney Sheldon.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's very sweet. Bombay versus Delhi. Pick one.
Now Delhi. I love Gurgaon. And the only difference earlier was, which now I think times have changed, earlier was Bombay had great work ethics vis-a-vis North India. But now I think
Things have changed.
Gurgaon has become another
Yeah.
corporate hub.
Yeah.
So things are definitely changing.
Yeah, yeah. One thing which is like a must do for you first thing in the morning, you wake up and you have to.
I have to say a prayer.
Yeah. And like a night ritual, bedtime ritual, one thing which is a must.
I enjoy my drinks.
Oh,
I'm a 4G's wife, don't forget. So I need to have my 30 ml vodka before I
oh,
sleep.
so sweet. Secret indulgence. Nobody really knows about it much.
I am a Bombayite, so I love eating chana and sing. That's what Bombay people say. I can eat a dabba sitting alone watching a movie.
Oh, I wish you had told us. We had just stuck to Vada Pav.
And also, that's my indulgence.
Is Bhaktawar a good cook? Yes or no?
Trying to be a good cook.
As a mother, how do you see yourself? Just give yourself one adjective, whatever.
A friend to my kids.
One thing that you'd like to say to your life partner. One thing.
Thank
Looking
you.
at the camera.
Thank you for being there for me always. Unconditionally. There
Yeah.
was no condition ever in the relationship. It was unconditional love from his side, always.
Best thing to have happened to you in life. Blessing.
My family.
Favorite travel spot on this earth.
Goa and London.
How do you sum yourself up in your own eyes? You are.
A strong mom. Never say never.
One thing that you'd like to leave as a thought or just words of wisdom or inspiration for women out there, women as parents, as leaders, as entrepreneurs, what's your message to them?
I think the gender stereotype is in any case now a passe. But for women, I would always say me time, important. Loving yourself, important. Dressing for yourself, important. And enjoy your life, because after all, we also, this is my only first, and I don't know how to put this up, but I think it's my life too, I need to
This is
make
only
my
one
mistakes,
life.
learn
Yeah.
from my mistakes, and keep moving on.
Fantastic. I think with that, you've truly come unbound on the show, Bhaktawar. Thanks a lot for
Thank you.
sharing all of it with all heart, your joy, your purpose, your journey, your challenges, and all your victories. I mean, you're such a inspiration.
Thank you, Mamta, for having me here. And I think this show was the first time where I opened out. So I think thank you for having me.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. And for all the episodes, you can come back to Unbound with Mamta, now available on 20 plus audio streaming platforms: Spotify, Amazon, Gaana, iTunes, Google Podcasts, or wherever else you get your audio.